This is Take a Billion. Welcome to I've Had Worse. This is Mackeson's Milk Stout. I finally got it right. And it's been around for a while and I've never tried it. It's called a milk stout because it contains lactose, which is added to the brew, and the yeasts can't sort of latch on to the lactose and convert it to alcohol. So what's left behind is a sweeter flavour. And at one point, this was marketed, it was good for you because it was all the goodness of milk in a beer, which personally is a bloody blinding marketing campaign. So, never had this before, itching to try it. Kind of curious, this used to be, it was quite a weak beer, 3%. And then InBev took it over and, tax reasons, they dropped the AVB down to 2.8. But you can still get some decent beers at these low percentages. So let's give it a go. I'm expecting a very dark beer because it's a stout. Sweet. And I kind of, the back of my mind is it going to be pretty much similar to the Man's brown ale, that type of thing, but with a slightly more silkier feel that the lactose might bring to it.
Oh, bigger head.
Almost got that there.
That's almost a perfect pour, look at that.
Almost. So, it's a traditional, lovely sort of monochrome design on the tin, and there's the milk churn on there, and I'll put a close-up of it. Okay, so we have a lovely, dark, black as your father's hat. Look at that. There is no, or virtually no light bleeding through that at all. We've got a creamy head. One finger, almost two, but one. So on the nose, a little bit of coffee, chocolate. There is a sweetness there. Not sort of a cloying sweetness, but there is a sweetness there. So see if the mouthfeel is everything I expect it to be. Cheers. A little bit thinner than I was expecting. Very subtle bitterness. There is that sweetness there, but again, it's not a sickly sweet. It's not sugary sweet. It's not like the sweetness you get with some of these high-strength lagers that have been a bit full. They've used glucose, fructose syrup in the makeup, and to get the high alcohol by volume, and then because it tastes bitter, they leave it in there, and it's not like that. Again, but all the flavour is in the mouth. When you've swallowed, it just dissipates. So I have done another beer recently. I did, I think it was Ashfield Bitter, the cheapest bitter that I could find. And that was a 2.1 and was like drinking mineral water, brown mineral water. This is a little better. That's a cruel statement. This is a lot better, but it isn't a banging flavour. How does it stack up to the Man's, which I had recently? Very similar. So this is very easy drinking. Boy, I wish I could have tried it back in the day when it was 3%, just to see what that did to it. But I'm guessing it's not a massive flavour. I can understand why this was so popular and it stood the test of time because it is exceptionally easy drinking. I don't know where they got the health benefits of beer. I mean, beer is, chock full of vitamin B, and this one's full of lactose. But you're not getting that. I tried a pineapple milkshake craft beer. I'll put a link to that. And that tasted creamy. That was a real messed with your mind. That tasted creamy and it tastes like it had milk in it. There's none of that in this. Very easy drinking, but not bags of flavour. If you're interested, this was about $3.90.
366.
$3.66. Okay, thank you, Madam Director. So $3.66 for 4. I am living in Wales, so in that there England, you probably get a little bit cheaper. And, you know, give it a go. If you're ticking beers off your beer list, it's, you know, a classic to be had. But there you go. Drinkable, easy. It's not a big flavour. Cheers.